and they cannot trust anybody else to understand that situation more than you do, because you've always given them this sense of comfort and peace through your emotions and through your time. And right now they feel like they might be able to solve this solution. Even if you're not able to give them the money, you might be able to give them an idea or support them, right, in a non-materialistic way, even if you cannot give the money. Because you have to remember your boundaries. Sometimes people, Indians, like, I feel this way, we have always been taught what are our values, how our culture is. We are so rich in everything, right? So when it comes to money, I think a lot of people have it sorted, and some are still trying to learn that, we feel like, we give people too much and then we do not get it back. And that's cause you trust issues, very honestly. And that is fine, right? Those people who needed just money from you took the money and left. That was not your karma, or that was not your weakness. It was theirs. They felt like they could only receive your money and nothing else. And it's the same with other things. Somebody just wants your care, somebody just wants your love, somebody just wants you in life, regardless of if you come with all the tantrums, if you come with all the mood swings. They won't care, because they are just happy that you are part of their life, right? So some you need to understand that everybody has their own thing going on in life, and how they treat you doesn't reflect who you are, but how you treat others will always reflect who you are. Because we only give what we have, right? We can never give something that we don't even have. So if you do not have love in you, you would never give love. You will give something that you might have in abundance, like, it could be like, having conversations. It could be showering people with gifts, right? Because you have that in abundance, you show people that, because you want to be a giver. You do not want to be like somebody who just takes from you. So if somebody makes you happy, you just start thinking of all the ways you can spoil them as well. Some people spoil them with cute texts. Somebody will spoil them with small handmade things. Somebody would spoil somebody with a letter. Somebody would spoil somebody by writing a book. Somebody would spoil somebody by taking them on a trip, or celebrating their birthdays, their special days. Or some people just know how to stay. For some people, like, they cannot give any of these things, but they know how to stay. Like, when you're happy, I'm happy for you. When you're sad, I'm there for you. Like, that is the highest kind of gift somebody can give, their presence. Like, because every one of us are busy. Like, we cannot be stuck on one person or one thing for a long time. You need a balance in life, right? In the morning, you wake up, people, all over the social media give you advices how best to live your life, like, how to enjoy your life in your own way. If you are an outdoor person, then go out, have fun, travel more, meet more people, new people, old people, get in touch with nature. And some people who are indoor people, some people who like their own space, they're always given advices like, get off social media, ground yourself, stop like, uh, focusing on others' lives so much. Stop being present for everybody all the time. Be present for yourself, work on yourself, whatever you want to achieve. Like, take time, disconnect with everybody, and start working on yourself. Start building your skills, start learning your lessons. Wherever you feel like, you have a weakness in this area, start working on that slowly. You already know your strengths, but everybody will ask you. You should be aware of your weakness as well. People who say I do not have a weakness are delusional, to be honest, because we are the most imperfect beings on this planet. But, like, the philosophy says that being the most imperfect being leaves so much, uh, like, like they could achieve immense things, unimaginary things. Like, humans are the only beings on planet which actually can change or impact the whole planet. Like, you see animals, right? They have their own life cycle, right? Each one is dependent on the other. If one of the part, like, the third step or the fourth step in the life cycle, they go extinct, so you will see there's an imbalance in their life cycle, in their own world. But when it comes to humans, like, we, even a single human, like, make changes, right? Contributes, not just the powerful ones. See, the ones who have lived their life and they are already experienced, and they're close to the lives ending, you will see what all they build. So they become so successful. You only see them in their successful era. You were not there for their struggle, where they were quietly building for years and years. Some people, they find success very early on life, right? In their 20s, in their 30s, they are all set. Everything seems like, oh, it was handed to them on a silver platter. Some, they're born with a golden spoon, and you start judging them. Oh, they don't have everything, and I am the one who's in a pitiful state. Why was I born in this kind of environment, this kind of home? Why was I not given a silver or golden spoon when I was born? So that is all, like, relevant and irrelevant at the same time. Like, you could not have controlled those circumstances. You can only control where you go from here. So I was also thinking this, like, if it's a journey, like, some have more, some has less, but when you have more of something, you have less of something else, and that is where your focus should be. Like, be grateful for all that was God given, and start building what you lack, where your weaknesses are. So it's very important that you are aware of your weakness, but then it is equally important to have trust on your strengths as well. Because if you start feeling like, oh, I cannot do this, I cannot walk this much, and because this is your weakness, you need the strength of, like, your other things that you have. If this particular thing is your weakness, then ask help from your strong suits, right? Strong traits. And likewise, how we talk about this inside of us, we reflect the same on the outside as well. So if you encounter a person who did something to hurt you, and you felt like, I'm not a good judge of character, like, how come I trusted this person and got hurt by them? So instead of going through that lane, that was just a lesson. It was a very short lesson. You learned it. But then, instead of just focusing and seeing life through that particular mistake only, shift your focus and start focusing on the long-term friends or people who are always there for you. So this is also something that you have achieved, right? Just trusting one person and get hurt by them is not the end of the world. But the kind of life you imagine for yourself, your family, your long-term friends, your strengths, to be honest, right? Who have who are always there for you when you stumble, when you fall, who will criticize you when they see you doing something uh, which is not you, basically, like saying something which doesn't, they feel like it's not your definition, like you are not this person, why are you like saying it again and again and again. So they even fight with you and you get irritated, you get frustrated, thinking like even these people don't understand me. So ये तो मेरे साथ होना ही था, मुझे दूसरा बंदा भी धोखा देके जाएगा ही, because the people I already have in my life, they always criticize me, they do not support me. No, they are supporting you, but their vision of you and your vision of yourself is completely different. So they can only support you in their own capacity, like what role they play in your life. If they play a really big role, so their presence will be that important, right? Each and every word that comes out of their mouth will affect you in that capacity. And if somebody is just a stranger who does not hold that much importance in your life, but you start feeling like you resonate with their advice more, then I would like to tell you one thing. The thing that I always tell myself: सुनो सबकी, करो मन की. Why? Because sometimes we like hearing a few things. We want people to keep telling us that again and again and again. Because at the core, you feel like you are that person. But then you also need to understand the fact that you will keep growing. So changes, good or bad, won't be a definition of you. It's just like a part of you. You already had like 50% in you given to you by God or when you were born, and the next 50%, because that is your own path, right? That is the path that you need to take. You need to grow, you need to learn, you need to achieve, so that you can feel that self-satisfaction that, okay, I got this, but I made this. How amazing I am. Like kids, like you give them paper, you give them colors, they start from like literally scratching everything and breaking the colors and making a mess of the sheet, but then they're so happy when they see their artwork. And even the parents get so happy when they see, oh, our child, he's so good, or she's so good at drawing, oh my god, they are so talented. I love it. And you love that feeling, like getting appreciation for anything that you do, right? So if you want that, you need to become that, right? When others do something, you need to be that appreciative of others, not because you want them to do the same for you. No. See, again, the line comes: what others do is not a reflection of you, right? What you do is the only reflection of yourself. I personally think I want to be true to myself. Like, adulting is hard, but I've only known this way in life. Like, when I was a kid or till now, I have always tried to be honest to myself. And there were times when I couldn't be honest because I felt insecure, I felt fear, I felt people might not understand what I'm trying to say, right? Because in your own head, you're talking to your own self, so they understand everything. But telling a person from point zero, from beginning to end, and then, not feeling any expectations is also hard. Because when you feel like you open up to somebody, you would wanna be like, feel special, because you don't do that with everybody else. You do not, like, bare your soul